Hello and welcome to Geoforce. Today we will be going over how to use the application to create maintenance tasks. The purpose of a maintenance task is to use the Geoforce system to remind your company of when certain tasks are ready to be done based on a calendar date, engine runtime, or odometer. To create maintenance tasks, click on the asset you'd like to create a maintenance task for. Click on the Maintenance Task tab. You can create a scheduled maintenance task that will repeat, for example, an oil change for your vehicle every 5,000 miles, or you can create a completed task or a one-off maintenance task. Let's start with creating a scheduled maintenance task. First, click on the plus icon or Schedule Task to schedule this task. You're going to start with entering a description. For purposes of this training, we will enter a 5,000 miles service task. Select the task type. You can have this task run based on a calendar day, engine runtime, GPS odometer, also known as mileage, and idle time. Your options to select task type may differ based on the type of tag you are creating a maintenance task for. In this case, we will select GPS odometer. You can check the box to make this task based on runtime or a calendar date. For example, if you want to have the service done every 5,000 miles or every 3 months, whichever comes first. In this case, we will just stick with mileage. In order to have this task repeat itself every 5,000 miles, you must select Repeats. Then enter every 5,000 miles. The starting mileage is what is on the asset right now. You can backdate this information and it will account for the miles that the asset has been driven since. Check the box worn with a yellow flag if you want the maintenance task report to show your asset is due for maintenance soon in yellow. We will enter 50 miles before due. This way, when you run the report, your asset will be highlighted in yellow if it's within 50 miles of its next service. Finally, you can choose to require that a file attachment be saved when this maintenance task is completed. This is an option for customers that want to mandate that documentation be uploaded in the asset description page upon completion of the maintenance task. Once you have the correct configuration chosen, select Schedule Task. The maintenance task will then show up under Scheduled Tasks. When this task is completed and you want to enter it into the system, select the checkbox next to the maintenance task. Enter the date that you completed the maintenance task and the odometer reading when the task was completed. Again, you can backdate this information and it will account for the miles driven since in the next maintenance task. The system will default to enter your name as the completed by person, however, you can change this. You can also enter if there was a cost associated with this service. That way you can keep track of the cost to upkeep your asset. Finally, hit Complete Task. Once you've done that, the completed task will show up under the Completed Tasks section, and the maintenance task will reset itself for the next service. To enter a one-off completed task, select the plus icon or New Completed Task. Enter a description of the completed maintenance task. For purposes of this training, we will use right rear tire change. You have the same options for task type as you did in the scheduled maintenance task setup. However, most one-off services will be calendar-based, which is what we will use here. Enter a completed date and who the task was completed by. You can again enter if there was a cost associated with the task. Then select Create Completed Task. Your completed task will show up in your list. You can choose to export this data as well. This concludes the maintenance task training. Please utilize our help site or reach out to Help Desk for further assistance. Thank you for choosing Geoforce.